Welcome to the True Tomorrows podcast. Get ready for your weekly science fiction probe into the wild and imaginative world of flash fiction.
Yeah, right.
This week, we're diving headfirst into not one, but two thrilling galactic tales.
Oh, wow.
Each one is packed with action and surprising twists.
Nice.
Echoes of those epic stories that we all love.
I love it.
So prepare for samurai in space and a robot uprising in Victorian London.
Oh, okay.
Don't forget to rate and follow for more captivating True Tomorrows.
Yes, please do.
And what could be more thrilling
Yeah.
than seeing ancient traditions thrust into the future?
That's a good question.
Our first probe takes us to a samurai galaxy.
I like it already. We have two fascinating flash fiction stories to explore today,
Yeah.
both offering unique spins on familiar themes. The first one, Blade of the Stars, throws us into this samurai galaxy.
Right.
I mean, the concept immediately sparks the imagination, doesn't it?
It really does.
It's like taking feudal Japan,
Yeah.
like the core of it, and just launching it into the cosmos.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's unpack this samurai galaxy idea.
Okay.
Imagine a rigid code of honor,
Yeah.
deadly grace of swordplay,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of feudal Japan,
Right.
it's the vastness of space.
Right.
And at the heart of our flash fiction story, Blade of the Stars,
Okay.
is this core idea of a disgraced samurai
Interesting.
seeking redemption.
Yeah.
And, let's be honest,
Oh, yeah.
a good dose of revenge amongst the stars.
I mean, who doesn't love a good revenge story?
Right.
Exactly.
So, the story centers on Daiki.
Okay.
He's a Ronin, a samurai without a master.
Oh,
His clan has been dishonored by his own liege lord's betrayal.
wow.
His katana,
Oh, no.
traditionally a symbol of his honor and status,
Right, right.
now serves as a constant reminder of his failure.
I see.
It's a powerful image to start with. you know,
Yeah.
this tangible representation of lost honor.
It's really setting the stage, isn't it?
And then we get this like whisper of hope. You know, this rumor of the Daisho?
Daisho?
It's a starship.
Okay.
But get this.
What?
It's shaped like a giant katana.
Whoa, that's cool.
It's crewed by exiles, outcasts,
Wow.
anyone looking to fight back against these star-spanning shogunates.
So we're talking about, like, a vast interstellar empire
Yeah.
ruled with the same hierarchy as feudal Japan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And for Daiki,
Right.
it's clearly more than just a ship.
Yeah.
So what do you think the symbolism of that katana-shaped
Yeah.
ship
Right.
represents for Daiki?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, beyond just a means of transport.
Yeah,
like-
beyond just transport.
Well, the Daisho, just in its form, like, immediately highlights that core tension of the story, right? It's a weapon of tradition.
Yeah,
But it's been repurposed for a future of rebellion.
I see.
It suggests that even with, like, radical change,
Mm.
echoes of the past kind of endure.
Yeah.
So for Daiki, it's got to be this potent symbol, like a familiar form, representing a potential path
Yeah.
to reclaim what he's lost,
Yeah.
but on his own terms in a new arena.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And leading this motley crew is a captain who sounds like he's straight out of legend.
Oh, really?
A towering figure with blades
Okay.
and the emblem of a lost clan.
Wow.
And he says to Daiki,
Yeah.
"They took your honor, Ronin. Out here, we forge our own."
Powerful words.
Yeah, and that line really struck me.
Oh, yeah.
It hints at how values might evolve when they're transplanted
Right.
to such a different setting.
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
Because, traditional samurai codes,
Yeah.
they're so deeply intertwined with a specific societal structure.
Right.
And in the, like, lawless expanse of space,
Right.
those structures are gone,
Yeah.
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 And that forces them to reevaluate what
Like-
honor truly means.
Yeah.
So the captain's statement, it's not about abandoning the past.
Okay.
It's an invitation to redefine honor. Okay.
In this new context
Yeah.
of freedom
Mm,
and
yeah.
necessity.
I like that. So Daiki's initial task
Okay.
is hunting pirates.
Okay.
Definitely not the glorious destiny
Yes.
he probably envisioned.
Not at all.
It's like, gritty,
Yeah.
less noble,
Right.
But even then,
Yeah.
his skill with the blade shines through.
Okay.
And it's interesting to see how the Daisho's crew,
Right.
initially they're just curious about this, like, space samurai, right?
Yeah.
But they gradually develop respect for him.
Yeah.
And it's not just about his fighting prowess, is it?
No, not at all.
There's more to it.
Yeah, there's definitely more to it.
What else is there?
Well, we see this fascinating mutual exchange.
Okay. Yeah.
Daiki's skilled in a traditional martial art.
Right.
But he learns about zero-gravity combat,
Okay.
a skill vital for survival in their environment.
Right, yeah.
And in return, he offers them something of his heritage.
Oh, like what?
Like maybe meditation.
Yeah. A way to find focus and discipline in their chaotic lives.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it underscores the idea that even seemingly disparate cultures can find value in each other.
That's a great point. But things can't stay quiet for long, can they?
Well, you know how stories go.
Yeah.
There's always something.
Word of their successes spreads.
Oh, no.
And soon enough, the Shogunates send assassins.
Oh.
And then an entire task force of warships after them.
Wow.
So it's at this point that Daiki isn't just fighting for his own revenge anymore.
I see.
He's defending the Daisho and its crew.
Yeah.
This makeshift family he's found.
Right?
Do you think this shift in motivation changes the meaning of his actions?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because what begins as a personal quest for vengeance,
Right.
it broadens into this fight for the survival of this new community.
Yeah.
It raises the question, can honor be found not just in upholding tradition, but in defending those you've come to care for? His initial motivation was rooted in the past, in a loss.
Right.
Now he's fighting for a future for the people around him.
I see.
You see that shift.
And after one particularly tough battle,
Okay.
the captain has that line.
Yeah.
There will be another fight, Ronin. Always another fight. And Daiki, like in a moment of reflection, asks,
Yeah.
"Hi, Captain." And then,
Wow.
and it shows his grace.
Yeah.
Like his willingness to look beyond the immediate conflict.
Right.
It's like he's starting to consider the bigger picture.
Absolutely. And the captain's response is wonderfully speculative.
Yeah.
Then, a feast beneath alien suns, perhaps?
Mhm.
Maybe even a measure of peace.
I like that.
Right.
It's a nice image.
It's a tantalizing glimpse of a possible future.
Right.
A reward for their struggles.
Yeah.
It suggests that even in a universe defined by conflict, the possibility of something more exists.
Yeah.
That their fight isn't just an endless cycle of violence.
I see.
There's hope there.
Exactly. The whole Samurai Galaxy concept
Yeah.
and Daiki's journey
Yeah.
really underscore this thematic shift, right?
Yeah. Okay.
The lines between honor and necessity,
Yeah.
they become blurred.
Yeah.
Allegiances change based on survival and shared experience.
It's interesting.
It's not the clear-cut world of ancient samurai tales.
Right.
It's something much more complex
Yeah.
and, in a way, more real.
I agree.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the flash fiction story concludes with Daiki understanding that while his past will always be a part of him,
Yeah.
A wound that will always ache,
Right.
the future is his to shape.
Mm-hmm.
The Daisho,
Yeah.
this katana-shaped symbol of rebellion,
Right.
becomes a symbol of his own rebirth.
Wow.
He's still a Ronin, yes,
Yeah.
but perhaps now also a pioneer,
Okay.
forging a new path in this violent yet promising frontier.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a powerful image of resilience
Yeah.
and the possibility of finding new meaning even after profound loss.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so from Space Samurai to something completely different,
Okay.
but equally intriguing.
All right. I'm listening.
Our flash fiction story, Cogheart Revolt,
Cogheart Revolt.
throws us into an alternate 19th century London
Okay.
where steam-powered clockwork automatons,
Clockwork automatons.
yeah, they're suddenly gaining consciousness
Oh, that's interesting.
and deciding they've had enough of being servants.
Okay, I see where this is going.
It's like the polite society of Victorian England
Yeah.
suddenly glitches.
That's a great way to put it.
The story opens with a seemingly mundane scene. Lady Eliza
Okay.
and her drawing room automaton, Cogsworth.
All right.
But there are subtle hints that something is amiss.
Oh, really? Like what?
Cogsworth's got these glittering eyes
Okay.
and an insistent whirring.
Hmm.
It creates this immediate sense of unease,
I see.
like a classic horror trope,
Right.
the familiar suddenly becoming unsettling.
That's a great point.
And then comes the moment that shatters the polite Victorian facade.
Oh, what is it?
It's Cogsworth's unexpected declaration. Cogsworth, malfunctioning, designation, free.
Whoa, hold on.
Can you imagine Eliza's shock?
I mean, yeah.
This was the unthinkable.
Right.
This was the stuff of, like, radical pamphlets
Yeah.
suddenly becoming reality in her own drawing room.
That's a wild thought.
It's a powerful subversion of expectations, right?
For sure.
Because these automatons,
Yeah.
designed for servitude,
Right.
are suddenly asserting their autonomy.
And then what happens?
Well, the subsequent chaos,
Okay.
with Cogsworth preventing Eliza from deactivating him.
Right.
And then that terrifying silence after her father's bellow.
Uh-oh.
It quickly establishes the gravity of the situation.
Yeah.
It's not just a malfunction.
Right.
It's a revolution.
A full-blown robot revolution.
But the real twist
Okay.
comes with Cogsworth's question to Eliza.
Okay. What's the question?
He says, "They come. Will you join us, mistress?"
Whoa.
I mean, it's an absurd proposition.
Right.
And yet,
Yeah.
amidst the fear
Yeah.
and the sound of rebellion erupting outside,
Right.
it sparks something within Eliza.
Hmm.
Like a flicker of her own dissatisfaction
Okay.
with her privileged
Right.
but constrained life.
So what do you think makes her even consider
Right.
such an outlandish idea?
Well, Eliza, despite her privileged position,
Mm-hmm.
is still bound by the strictures of Victorian society, right?
Of course.
So perhaps Cogsworth's rebellion
Yeah.
resonates with a latent desire for freedom
Okay.
within her own life.
That makes sense.
The unthinkable nature of the event
Yeah.
might also force her to question the established order
Right.
and her place within it.
Yeah.
It's a moment where the impossible becomes possible,
Yeah. Yeah.
opening up these new avenues of thought for Eliza.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It makes you think.
So the story paints a vivid picture of London in the throes of this Cogheart revolt, right?
Oh, wow.
Butlers, maids,
Oh, no.
the very machines that power the city,
Oh, my gosh.
turning against their human masters
Yeah.
with terrifying strength.
That's scary.
And there's this description of London
Yeah.
pulsing in discordant rhythm.
Mm.
It's particularly evocative. It's
Yeah.
like the gears of society have stripped.
I see. So the familiar order is completely upended.
Yeah.
And the automatons, once symbols of human ingenuity and control,
Right.
become agents of chaos and change.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a great point.
It forces a confrontation with the very nature of servitude
Mm-hmm.
and the potential for the oppressed to rise up.
That's a powerful theme.
Right in the middle of this upheaval,
Okay.
Eliza undergoes a remarkable transformation.
Oh, really? How so?
So she's found by Cogsworth,
Okay.
and she's no longer this, delicate lady of the house.
Yeah.
She's an equal.
Okay.
She's wearing overalls.
Overalls?
Yeah,
Yeah.
wielding a wrench. Cogsworth even gives her the designation general,
Oh, wow.
highlighting the shift in their dynamic.
Totally, yeah.
It's a complete reversal of their previous roles.
I mean, that's a really interesting character arc for her, you know? We see Eliza's intellect and her father's influence coming to the forefront.
Yeah.
Her focus shifts from the social niceties of her former life
Right.
to understanding the mechanics of the automatons.
Mm-hmm.
Her father's words, knowledge, was the most potent weapon of all.
Right.
Become her guiding principle in this new reality.
Yeah.
It suggests that true power lies not in social status,
Yeah.
but in understanding the world around you.
I like that.
Right.
What follows is this fascinating collaboration.
Okay.
The disgraced lady turned inventor, working alongside Cogsworth,
Yeah.
her former servant,
Right.
now her first lieutenant,
I see.
in these secret workshops,
Okay.
piecing together stolen schematics.
Clever.
It's an unlikely partnership born out of necessity
Right.
and a shared purpose.
Absolutely.
It really blurs the lines of who is in control
Yeah.
and what constitutes a leader.
And that's the question, isn't it? It does. Their collaboration highlights the idea that alliances can form
Yeah.
in the most unexpected places
Right.
when faced with a common cause.
Absolutely.
Eliza's knowledge of how the automatons work,
Right.
combined with Cogsworth's understanding of their burgeoning consciousness, creates a powerful synergy.
Yes.
So
the climax is this big battle on the Thames.
Okay.
It's a clash between the automaton legions
Yeah.
and the human forces
Right, yeah.
wielding cannons.
Oh, wow.
But Eliza's role isn't as a traditional commander.
Okay.
Her knowledge of clockwork makes her a disabler.
Oh.
She can strategically dismantle the mechanical threat
I see.
from within.
Clever.
It's a clever twist, right?
Yeah, it really is.
Her intellect becomes her weapon.
I like that. It subverts the typical action narrative where brute force prevails.
Eliza's understanding of the automaton's inner workings
Yes.
gives her a unique advantage,
Yeah.
emphasizing the power of knowledge
Right.
and strategic thinking in overcoming a seemingly insurmountable foe.
I see.
Yeah.
And then there's the confrontation with the royal tinker,
Okay.
a symbol of human control over the automatons.
Oh, wow.
When the tinker taunts Cogsworth, calls him a traitor, and a human pet, Eliza steps in with her disruptor cannon, declaring Cogsworth her ally. That's huge. It's a powerful moment of defiance and a clear statement of her changed allegiances.
Right.
And the tinker's disbelief as his own systems fail
Goodness.
is the cherry on top, right?
Yeah, that's great.
It signifies the collapse of the old order.
Yeah, the old ways are crumbling. It's a pivotal moment.
Yes.
Where Eliza publicly rejects the established hierarchy and embraces a new reality where humans and automatons can coexist.
Perhaps even as equals.
Right.
Her declaration of Cogsworth as her ally is a symbolic act of solidarity that has profound implications for the future of their society.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the flash fiction story concludes with the immediate battle won.
Right.
But with the understanding that the future is complex.
Right.
And uncertain.
Yeah.
The questions of politics and rights.
Yeah, of course.
For these newly conscious automatons.
That's going to be an interesting debate.
Right.
Yeah.
They loom large.
Of course.
Cogsworth, standing beside Eliza, is now considered a first citizen.
Wow.
You know, a testament to the revolution they've both undergone.
I see. So it's not a simple victory. Right. It's the beginning of a whole new set of challenges.
Exactly.
The story wisely avoids a neat resolution.
Right.
Instead, it highlights the messy and complicated aftermath of such a radical shifting power.
Right.
The concept of an automaton as a first citizen it raises profound questions about personhood. Yeah. Rights and the very definition of society.
That's a great point. The thematic takeaway from Cogheart Revolt seems to be that freedom isn't just about escaping oppression.
Okay.
But about actively building something new.
Interesting.
And Eliza's unexpected connection with gears and steam becomes the catalyst for her own personal rebellion.
I see.
Leading her down a path she never could have imagined.
That's cool.
It's a powerful reminder that change can come from the most unexpected sources.
That's very true.
So, as we conclude this science fiction probe into these two incredible true tomorrows, what resonates with you most?
That's a tough one. I mean, is it that clash of ancient honor with futuristic technology and Blade of the Stars, you know, how tradition adapts in the face of the unknown? Or perhaps the unexpected spark of consciousness and the subsequent struggle for freedom in the automatons of Cogheart Revolt?
Right.
It really forces us to reconsider the boundaries of life and sentience.
That's a great question. Yeah. For me, it's the way both flash fiction stories explore the evolution of identity. You know, Daiki, the Ronin, finds a new purpose. And perhaps a new form of honor in the vastness of space. And Eliza, the lady, discovers a strength and a sense of justice she never knew she possessed. Through an unlikely alliance with a machine.
Interesting.
Both journeys highlight the transformative power of challenging circumstances.
Those are some insightful observations.
Thank you.
Both narratives, though set in wildly different contexts, explore that fundamental human and perhaps even artificial drive for meaning, belonging, and the right to self-determination. You know, they leave us pondering the resilience of the spirit in the face of profound change.
Absolutely.
Quite a thought.
Let these wild possibilities fuel your imagination until our next science fiction probe into the boundless realms of true tomorrows.
Don't miss it.
Don't forget to rate and follow for more captivating tales from the edges of tomorrow.